Welcome anyone to the Gaming Chamber podcast. I am Tubi's Kill You, aka Everett. This is episode 8, and happy Mario Day, March 10th. Yes, it is Mario Day. Isn't that exciting, Devin? JJ? Isn't that exciting? It's Mario Day. No,
Yeah,
nothing.
it's exciting if you like Mario, because then you get discounts on Mario. Shit.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
there's already any
Nintendo is.
discounts, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think like
Eh,
most places had like
You-
$20 off like most Mario stuff. So
Like Mario Kart, Mario Tennis. Well, I was doing digital, but
yeah, like Luigi's Mansion I saw was even on sale. Donkey Kong was even on sale. So I don't
I don't
know.
know why I thought Odyssey was to be on sale. Fucking launch title, but
I saw
fuck me,
Odyssey
man.
on sale for $40 somewhere.
Oh well.
as you
I'm
can,
gonna save my money to buy
as you
World.
could obviously tell, if your ears are working, normal schmucks that are joining me, JJ, Devin. Go ahead, and say what's up, guys.
What's up?
Howdy.
Again, happy
Howdy.
Mario Day to all who celebrate.
Hello.
Happy Mario Day. Dude, when I woke up, because yeah, the time change, like I was a little still fucked up or whatever from it, and then I get online because I'm a loser like that, nothing else to do, and I just see like the Mario stuff. I'm like, why are they talking about Mario so much? I completely forgot that was the
Well, the
thing.
cool thing is that that they announced a new Mario movie coming out in 2026.
Oh yeah, that's right,
Yeah,
huh?
they did.
Announced that it's gonna come out. I mean, didn't it make $1 billion the first one?
Did it make that much? Really? Damn.
Yeah, it made $1
It
billion.
made a lot of fucking money. It made a
Yeah,
lot.
a lot of movies made $1 billion this last year.
I don't know about a lot of movies making $1 billion, but
Oppenheimer, fucking. Well, 3 movies made $1 billion.
oh, I messed that up.
Barbie and Oppenheimer and fucking Mario.
I messed that up so bad.
Yeah, you did. What else in you?
Yeah, that's not a lot of movies. Barbie, Oppenheimer, Mario. Like, I mean, when remember
Superhero movies sucked.
I was saying, remember the
Yeah, all
days
the
when like
superheroes, yep.
superhero movies were just making $1 billion with no issue? It was just like, oh yeah, another one just made $1 billion. Oh yeah, another one $1 billion.
Or it'd be like, yeah, I know Guardians was like 900 something, 9 or 800.
Oh yeah,
So like that one,
Guardians was up there.
Guardians was the best superhero movie last year.
But it
They
didn't.
made like,
It
I
didn't
think
make
it was
yeah,
like
$1
low
billion.
dude.
nines.
Yeah.
It was hands down awesome. I never fucking I fucking bawled my eyes out. I'm not gonna lie. I never like cried my eyes like that hard before. And I've teared up in some movies, you know, like Pixar shit like that. But fuck, I never had to grab a napkin and be like on that scene, bro. It was fucked.
When it comes to movies, I swear movies don't. I don't cry from movies. It's the TV shows where I start tearing up from shit.
She don't have a soul.
Well,
Yeah, my
I don't
girlfriend
know.
doesn't cry at all either.
From movies, I don't know. From movies, I don't think I get enough time unless you get like a trilogy going or something or a long line of movies.
Well, Guardians was the third in a trilogy. Plus, they were in other.
But even then,
Um,
like movies are what 2.5 hours. So like that's why I think it's TV shows that get me. Whereas like when you get
Well,
like
if you're
even
doing
in
all
one
3
season,
Guardians, it's like at least like 6+ hours.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even one like even a trilogy of movies doesn't equal a season of a show. You just get time with these characters more on a TV show. I think that's where I start like, okay, that's getting to me. When you watch I mean, I don't know.
Okay, so
Yeah. What were you gonna say, JJ? I heard you say, okay, so.
I'm like, I say, did you cry to Venick? He gave him a few hours, season and a half.
No,
When he cried out in Halo.
no. I mean, I thought it was
no.
fucked up. I thought it was fucked up, but it
Why was it
affected me.
her?
Why couldn't it have been? Why couldn't it have been Kai instead? Why couldn't Chief die instead? Hey, notice when he died, he's the first of the Spartan, those 4 core Spartans to die. The black guy dies. Fucking Halo, racist confirmed. Kill the black guy first.
Well, that's just like that's like the fucking trope they always like, and they even joked about like the scary movies and stuff. Like the black guy's always the one that dies first.
Yeah. All right, but yeah. So as I said earlier, what this is episode 8 we're doing. We didn't have an episode last week. Probably gonna. I don't know. That just happens. We miss a week
There
here
just
and there.
wasn't a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I think we had what the Pokemon thing. I mean, we could
There's-
hit on the Pokemon thing real quick. There was the Pokemon ZA announcement, Legends.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about that real quick, JJ. Just that's what a 5-minute discussion about Pokemon stuff. There was a lot of what? There was another Pokemon Sleep thing or Pokemon Go shit added. Um, I don't know, but most of it I didn't care too much about. Like, oh, they're adding more Pokemon, they're doing events, different stuff. But the Pokemon Legends ZA, like, hell yeah, give me that. Give me another Pokemon Legends
Yeah.
game. And what was I don't remember. What was the game? It was the X and Y generation, right? That's what it looks like. Because the ZA,
Callus, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. As the two resident Pokemon fans in this podcast, yeah, that's what we would have talked about last week. But yeah, I mean, I don't remember what else there was, or not last week, or yeah, last week. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember what else there was besides the Pokemon thing. So yeah, it happens. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't think so. It's just really just Halo. I mean, yeah, the Halo show and the Pokemon, that was it.
which I mean, we're gonna talk about the 2 episodes
We're gonna
anyway.
just do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said last episode wasn't that much
So yeah, our quick little thoughts.
compared to this one.
You know, we obviously are looking forward to seeing for the release of Pokemon Legends ZA. Me and JJ. That's quick little 5-minute, not even 5 minutes for the Pokemon. What was it called? It wasn't a Pokemon Direct, right? It was called something else.
There's a Pokemon Direct.
Did they just call it a Pokemon Direct? Oh well. There you go. Before we, there is actually quite a few things to talk about there. You know, partner preview and some bad, some good. But before we get into all that, you know, our normal spiel of like what have we been playing the past? I guess we'll just go with the past week. But oh, Devin, you almost got fried right there. I think it's going to be pretty simple to say what we've been playing for basically the past week. Because we're playing it right now for the podcast. Helldivers too. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You guys play? Oh, JJ, you've been playing Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, I've been playing Spider-Man.
So what do you been thinking?
I'm liking it. I like the first one. Like, I'm just trying to go through everything and trying to get all the trophies for the game like I did in the first one. Since they added New Game Plus, probably gonna do that. Just try to actually finish my backlog of games. So.
Oh yeah, that's not happening. Come on, we all know that.
I know.
Devin, have you been playing much else, or it's just been basically Helldivers too?
Trying to think. I think it's just Helldivers. Actually, I played a little bit more Super Mario RPG for a little bit during the week on my Switch. So, but yeah, other than that, nothing.
I seem to beat that shit too.
Yeah, and as for me, yeah, it's Helldivers. Helldivers all the way that I've been playing. I mean, yeah. Go back a little bit, which from where you were going. You're good right there. I mean, since we've been playing it and we're playing it right now for the podcast. You guys want, the thoughts on Helldivers? Like, what do you guys think so far?
I said it was already gonna be a banger like a couple podcasts ago when this game was about to drop.
Yeah, like this game's really good. Like it's live service done right. Like this is, I mean, like well, like we're talking about later, like how WB wants to do more live service games.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
If they want to do live service, then it needs to be like this, not like how like Suicide Squad is. Like this is a live service game, but this was like I don't know, it's fun and like I don't know, the stuff doesn't seem I don't know like predatory transactions or shit like that.
Well,
Like I don't
I
know, it
mean,
just
like
seems fun,
the
and it
thing.
seems like it's a community too. Like we're all working to like liberate these planets and stuff like that, and like your rewards and like your progress. I don't know, it just feels like even though we're not like we're just playing with each other. Like I don't know, it's cool. It feels like you're part of something bigger, which is cool.
Oh shit, asteroids.
Oh shit. Um. No, yeah. So far, I know this is we're still super early in the year, but as of right now, this is my game of the year. I've been waiting for like, or maybe not waiting is the right word, because I mean, Left 4 Dead 2 was such a, I don't want to say an anomaly, but like, it was such of like a just wow, that came out of nowhere. This game where you just there's no story to it. I mean, there is story, but there's no like, oh, you're playing through a campaign, you're doing this, you're doing no. It's just go here, survive, but travel through the world, killing zombies to make it to the next area. And like there was that what Evolve tried to be something kind of like that, but they had it more where just because that's I want to say that was the studio that created Left 4 Dead, right?
Did Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, Turtle
Yeah.
Rock.
Pretty sure.
And they
That
had
is
their like trying to, and
correct.
then they had Back for Blood, which was super disappointing. Uh, so like to have this, it just brings me back to that, you know, that that year when Left 4 Dead 2 was out, and I put so many hours into Left 4 Dead 2. I think I'm missing like 2 achievements in that game or something, or 3 achievements. I just it was so good, just like here's your character. There's no like, oh, you're doing a story. You're just going through the world, survive the horde, and have fun. But it's but even better because like this game is like funny as well. Just with I mean,
The friendly fire.
friendly fire, the whole like Starship Troopers vibe that they got going on and everything. Yeah, no, this game is unless there's a new Gears of War game coming out, this is probably going to end up as my game of the year because well, I don't know. Unless you want to, unless you want to consider the Elden Ring DLC as its own, basically a video game. The way they're saying it is, how it's going to be, and how what the pricing is for it and everything. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can see Helldivers to be a contender, but again, I don't know. I haven't seen other games yet that I'm like really dying to like really fucking play compared to
Yeah,
like Elden Ring.
that's probably the other thing. I don't know. For this year, I'm like, I guess we still have to wait till the June like showcases from both or all three companies, like that summer stuff. If they'll be like, oh yeah, this
Yeah.
is coming out this year, this is coming out this year, or just anything else. Because I don't know. As of now, what else has been released or will be releasing that is like looks like it's maybe not game of the year material, but like gonna set the gaming world on fire. I guess just Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was another thing, but
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously stuff that people are super excited about and everything, but I don't see too much that's like when it comes to like game of the year. Yeah, I can't really think of anything, but we'll see. Like I said, yeah, once June hits, that's when we'll know more. Because yeah, there might be like, oh, this is getting announced, or this is announced, or whatever. So I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, they.
Um,
Hey,
yeah,
The GTA 6 next week.
Everett, do you guys want to talk about the Dragon Ball Z thing? Raya is crying a little bit. And I want to go try to comfort her. So if you guys talk about
Yeah.
that, if I die, just
Yeah, I'll talk
I'll let
about
you know
it.
when I'm coming back.
oh,
I
okay. So
Yeah, we
we're
can
gonna
do
be
that.
without. We'll be without Devin for a bit. Okay.
Father duties.
Father duties. That trumps the podcast. So yeah, we'll start our topics of the podcast with the unfortunate news. It happened a few days ago. Akira Toriyama created the Dragon Ball franchise, Doctor Slump. I know that. Maybe not everyone knows that, but he created the Dragon Ball franchise. That's the main thing you need to know. Dragon Ball is him. If you've seen any fucking shonen anime, it's thanks to him, because the Dragon Ball franchise is it's just superbly influential. And as I said, yeah, unfortunately passed away. He was 68. You know what I found out? I didn't realize his birthday is one day before my birthday. His birthday is April 5th. I
Damn.
Yeah. So that's a crazy thing to think about. This When it comes to anime, there are two anime that are like, yes, I said that correctly. It's anime, not animes. There are two anime that like just above all else. I know I said earlier we talked about how I'm a Pokemon fanatic. I like Pokemon. If there's a new Pokemon game, I'm always there. But I'm not like that. That's like low. The Pokemon anime is like low on my list of what are my favorites and everything. It's basically tied between the Digimon franchise and the Dragon Ball franchise. Um. So yeah. Uh. Yeah. He passed away, and I know we're a video game podcast, and he's a manga artist, but I mean, he had influence on video games. Obviously, what is it called? Is it Sandland? There's a game that's coming out soon that that it's his art. I think it's called like Sandland or Land of Sand or something like that. Well, then there's the Blue Dragon, which is an Xbox exclusive that uses art, and of course, the major one, Dragon Quest. The Dragon Quest games are his art.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like he wasn't just an anime uh, artist. He also did art for video games. Of course, then there's because Dragon Ball Z specifically is so big that you have video games. You have the latest like one of the latest games is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot or the Breakers, right? Then of course Dragon Ball Fighters.
Well, Kakarot is coming out with DLC, I think.
Yeah, Kakarot's coming out with DLC. Um, but there was the Breakers, right? That was like the latest game that came out.
Yes, that was like the 4v1 or whatever game mode. Kind of like
Yeah,
the Dead by Daylight game
yeah.
type.
So I mean, like, yeah, Akira Toriyama making a one, making that one franchise has spawned, video games, movies, just toys, just like right. It, Obviously, you can't see it because I don't have like a camera, but like I have a Vegeta like statuette right here that's just on my where my Xbox console is and my mini PC and shit. Uh, you know, when I was on Twitch doing more live streaming and was actually using it, like I had Cell and Vegeta like gifs of, yes, I said GIF. I don't say GIF, but I had gifs of like when Vegito first turned Super Saiyan and Cell like pointing at his head, like as like when people would uh, follow my Twitch channel or subscribe or whatever it is, follow me. Dragon Ball is super important to me. I own Dragon. Not only that, but I own Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, even Dragon Ball GT. Even though he actually didn't, he didn't do the story for that show. That wasn't him. It's a Dragon Ball show, but he didn't actually work on it. Super, he worked on obviously. Then there was that Dragon Ball. I think it's called Heroes. It's like a web series. And then there was a new anime that he was going to be working on called Dragon Ball Daima that he was going to be working
Oh,
on.
Chibi.
No. It wasn't chibi. It was like they were Goku was going back to being a
They're all
kid. I don't know if
kids.
I don't
Yeah,
know
they're
if
all
it,
kids.
yeah.
They're like all chibi looking. Like
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he still had stuff going on. But like I said, yeah, when it comes to Dragon Ball, I own the shows, I own the movies, I have them all. I I have different video games from Dragon Ball. The influence that one, oh wow, that sucked. That this man had on my life is a real one. So yes, like him passing away actually legitimately, you know, it's affected me. And yeah, that's why he's not in here because he had something to do. But Devin's not a big fan, like of Dragon Ball, but I'm big enough that a big enough fan that I wanted to talk about it. Um, yeah, I don't know. There's not. It's not like I'm gonna go into such a what's the word like a eulogy, a long eulogy of Akira Toriyama. But I just wanted to really talk about that because to me this was sad and like not sad. Obviously sad, someone died, but this was just it was such a loss for geek culture, especially because like when you look at what's the word? You look at like the past couple years, we've actually been losing like some big name like anime artists have died. I don't remember the name of the guy, but the guy who created uh Berserk passed away what a couple years ago, right? Um
Yeah.
and fuck, why am I forgetting his name? I always
And the
remember
guy
his
that
name.
did Yu-Gi-Oh.
I would say I always remember his name, and now I don't remember his name. Kazuki Takahashi. I want to say his name is that. Yeah, the guy who created Yu-Gi-Oh, he died too, like last year, I think. And his was even
Yeah, he was
more
trying to
like,
say somebody.
yeah, he was trying to save a life, and he like died saving a life. That's even more fucked up when you think about it and everything. So there was another one that I saw. I saw like a tweet of like another anime artist that died recently too. So it's like I'm like, damn, man. When you think about it, it's like, oh shit, this is what it's like to get older. Your, favorite artists, your favorite, actors, your favorite, this and that. These people get old and they start dying. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think we need to spend that much more time on it. I think we have other things that we could talk about that Devin doesn't need to really talk about either. But I think we're good on that.
Yeah. Yeah, RP. He's again, Dragon Ball is one of the I think the three ultimate pillars of anime is probably, Dragon Ball, Naruto, and like Bleach or some shit. Or One Piece. One Piece
One
actually.
Piece of
One
probably.
Piece. One Piece. Yeah, One Piece over
So it's
Bleach. But yeah,
probably
those
more.
three I think are like the main ones.
It'd
Especially
probably
a
be
lot of
like
manga artists are
four.
hella deep into like condolences and shit like that. And like the reason why I got into manga artists is because of him. Like he made me like I liked watching Dragon Ball, and I wanted to do this as my career. It influenced a lot of
Yeah,
people,
yeah. No, yeah. That
and we
is.
have a lot of good animes for that stuff.
I,
And
I,
we always
I
make jokes about they always like prolong the fights, like tune in next week to see what Goku does, or stupid shit like that. But Hey, he had it working. It was dope as shit.
I made
Anime
this
strong as
joke.
fuck since the '80s.
I actually made this joke with my brother literally yesterday. I'm like, how many guys can make a show where literally it's just one episode of a dude like squatting down, going for the whole episode, but it's cool. like, yeah, we make the joke of like how that was, and there were reasons because like the show hadn't caught up to the manga yet or something like that. That's why they were doing filler stuff like that. But like, and yeah, it's become like a joke, a meme. But like, you wanted to keep watching, like, oh, he's fighting, especially during the Frieza saga, everything, yeah. But I was even talking about this like when Super came out, the Dragon Ball Super anime. I was like, this is gonna be like peak Dragon Ball. Not because like, oh, it's just a good story or whatever, but specifically the Super Broly movie. But it's
Yeah.
because he's gonna make his story, especially bringing in like that's why I'm saying specifically the Broly movie. He brought in such a fan favorite character
It made it canon.
and we made him canon, but like the animation of that movie is so good, and it's something I was talking about. How you were talking about how like people were like, oh, he influenced me. I got into doing this because of him. But look at the anime of Dragon Ball Super and the Super Broly movie. Like you can tell that like those people who worked on a lot, or maybe not a lot, but like at least a good amount of the people that worked on that show and that movie grew up watching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
Well, the thing, movies are kind of in a different category because they don't have to make 1,000 episodes. They just have to work on a 2-hour movie and that's it.
But
So they
but
can put a lot of resources
I'm
into it.
saying like people who grew up and were inspired by Akira Toriyama then probably most likely went on to work with him, and they're like, I got into it because of this guy, and then got to work on probably the best Dragon Ball movie like ever made, the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. And so they
What's that? I
definitely
went to go see that other. Fuck! I went to go see the other like the latest
superhero
Dragon Ball movie.
superhero. I went to go watch it in theaters. Yeah,
Yeah, me and my girlfriend went to go see it. I was like kind of joking, like, because I haven't watched so much Dragon Ball. I think I watched all of Dragon Ball and got into Dragon Ball Z. I think I just finished the Frieza arc a couple years ago, and I haven't picked it up. I haven't watched anime in a long time, to be honest. But I was at that spot. But I was like, hey, we should go watch this Dragon Ball Z movie. And she's like, okay, let's go. I'm like, okay, fuck it. That's when we were watching a lot of like My Hero Academia movies. They kind of like, fuck it, let's watch it. Let's watch this other movie. Different shits and giggles. And I'm trying to get her into anime a little bit more.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was fun. I liked it. I'm gonna expel out. But
Yeah, it sucks.
yeah, really, it's just sad. It sucks that
Yeah,
he also influenced a lot of shows too. Like One Punch Man, fucking probably wouldn't exist without Dragon Ball because everybody's trying to like make this, like 20 episode fight for these guys that are OP as shit
the
to
next
have this
great.
one guy just
Yeah,
punch everybody
everyone wants to
just one time.
make the next great shonen anime, and yeah, yeah, it's fucking lost for sure. Like I said, but like I said, talking about getting older, just we're gonna be losing our.
It's crazy. He was doing that shit in 20s, dude. 20s. He was like, I don't know how like exact Dragon Ball came out, but he was like at least in his 20s when that shit came out. Fucking nuts.
Yeah, the Dragon Ball franchise has been around since the '80s. It's fucking 40-year-old franchise and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was 68, so I was like, holy shit, dude.
Yep.
In the mid 20s, like
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on. Like I
we
said,
can talk about the Warzone thing then,
I would say this.
since
Yeah.
he's not here yet.
Yeah. He's not gonna care about this. Here's another thing that Devin doesn't care about. We'll talk about the Call of Duty Warzone. Yeah. So what was it exactly? Actually, they're releasing it
It's
soon.
pretty much just yeah. Let's see, the Warzone. I think the exact date I think was later this month for Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. It kind of comes out the 21st of March. and they have full controller support as well, so you can use your Xbox or PlayStation controller to play on your phone on that.
Or if you got like a backbone or
And
something.
yeah, backbone as well. Yeah, that's the other one. That's compatible with that. And if you have like a Call of Duty account, like you're playing Modern Warfare 3 or like Modern Warfare 2, like Warzone stuff, all your stats transfer and carry over. And if you have the Battle Pass, that also gives you Battle Pass levels as well. So it's not a whole nother game.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So it's like if you want to just play mobile or some shit like that and just play the Battle Pass, but not actually play the other one, I guess go ahead. But I thought that was kind of cool because like they integrated that shit. I know a lot of people hate Call of Duty, but I think they're gonna. I thought they're gonna shut down Call of Duty Mobile and just stick with Warzone.
Yeah, because
Because they
wait, I
have their
thought
own
they
battle
already did.
royale on COD Mobile.
I thought they did shut it down.
No, not yet.
They
I
have to
still
be
get
looking
updates
to
for
shut
it to
that.
play. You know all the new season shit, but
They have to be
Oh
looking to
man, it's
shut that
perfect timing. I just extracted. I win.
down. They have to be looking to shut down Call of Duty Mobile.
I think so.
Warzone has
I
to
think it's
be.
gonna they're gonna shut down after like probably Warzone's been out for like a little bit, and like okay guys, we're done here. You know.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Devin's back right on time. I think that's a. Yeah, there's the Call of Duty Warzone Mobile coming soon. It's
Perfect
It was,
timing.
4 years,
That's what I
4 year
do. I'm just
anniversary.
perfect.
Oh my god, here we go.
Yeah.
What?
All right. Actually, you know what? You could.
That's what my mom tells me I'm perfect.
Actually, you
My
probably
mom
could have
tells
been
me I'm
gone.
cool.
You probably could have been gone for this next topic too.
Wow.
TemTem is
That's
no
fucked
longer in
up.
active development. You
Who
guys,
cares?
I would say you guys definitely don't give a shit about this. I care
I'll be back
enough.
too.
Huh?
I'll be back too. See you.
Yeah. You know what? I think this is a one man fucking topic right there. Yeah, we could just real quick. Yeah, I backed the game actually. Fucking, I don't even know how long ago it was.
Next time you
So you
want to
got
burn
scammed.
money, next time you want to
Yeah.
burn money, just send me some cash.
Like, just send it to me. Send it my way.
Yeah.
Next time you're like, you know what? I don't want my money.
Mhm.
Next
time, like, I want to light $15 on fire or whatever.
actually, I think it was $30 that I.
Next time you want to light
Ooh.
$30 on fire, just send it to me and I'll burn it for you.
Oh God.
Or better yet, just go to the fucking go to a strip club or something. That's like a lap dance and some change.
The $30. I don't know, dude. Lap dance. I think lap dance is like $100 for 3 songs, bro.
I could tell you from
Man,
experience,
Binomics
it's $100. It's $100
for one.
for like
Dude, it's
10
funny.
minutes. It's like 10 minutes or something.
Yeah. I went to the strip club like last
Yeah.
weekend or whatever. When
I went
after
to
the
one.
scene Dewey
I
Part
went to
2.
one. I went to one about a couple weeks ago.
But it was funny. The thing was, I guess there was 2 people with Lopez as their last name at the strip club. So when I said Lopez, they got the other person's card and charged 100 on that person
Oh God.
on their card. So after
Yeah,
I finished the
no.
dance, I was like, "Shit, I gotta get the fuck out of here, dude."
So
Yeah, I mean,
TemTem.
fucking inflation, man.
Anyways,
Dude, I think it's
TemTem.
during COVID, bro.
Holy shit. Yes, TemTem's no longer in active development. I don't know if this means they're gonna shut down the game anytime soon, but yeah. I don't know. Okay, we'll just move past it. It's something I wanted to talk about because I actually, like I said, I backed the game. I liked it. It's a Pokemon clone, but
Oh, I think I remember telling me that. Yeah.
yeah, it's a Pokemon clone, and this one's more of a Pokemon clone than like Pal World because it is straight like it. It did double battles all the time, so that was like its thing. It's all, at least as far as I remember. I could, unless I'm really remembering this wrong somehow. It's always double battles. So, and it's a MMO. So, I don't know, but they're not doing any more work on it. Yeah, we'll just move on. Next topic, we could talk about this one real quick too. The Deviation Games, the new well, not anymore. Was the new studio by Jason Blundell, the guy who worked on Call of Duty Zombies. Um, they were making a game that PlayStation was going to publish, but that's not happening anymore. And Deviation Games is just shutting down. Don't know what happened there, but yeah, like just
A lot
before they
of, I
even.
mean, it's just like a lot. I feel like just like a lot of studios and shit are just getting shut down.
Well, the reason
And
I was
And
like, I know a lot of stuff has been shutting down, but the reason I wanted to talk about this mainly was that they were in partnership with PlayStation. So I'm like, what happened there? Was like PlayStation like, wow,
it
you
might have been
guys,
a live service game, and Sony's kind of going. I mean, like they got
yeah,
rid of the
that's
Last
true.
of Us live service, so it could have been a live
Well,
service game. They were just like, yeah, fuck
it was
that.
a it was a FPS, I think, right? Like that's what they were. They're
I
making a
thought it
first
was
person
gonna they're
shooter.
making their own like Call of Duty ish thing.
So it
I
most likely
thought.
was like it probably most likely was, yeah, a live service game. And that's funny that they kind of want to try and move away from live service games, because the next we'll talk about them next actually. But yeah, that they want to move it with, when there's other publishers who kind of want to double triple down on that. But yeah, like I said, this one most likely gonna be a quick topic too. That yeah, Deviation Games. I mean, you know, it was good. They were gonna make a first person shooter. We have a glut of first person shooters. Yeah, and like you said, it's most likely a live service game. We have a glut of live service games. They're not, and the thing is, with live service games right now, they're not the most popular like type of game. Like that's
No,
it. It's almost become like a what's the word? Like if you say live service elements or anything like that, it's almost become like a death knell for your game almost. Like if the gamers, oh shit, JJ just killed me in the game. If like the gamers hear live service, that's like almost an automatic like, oh really? I guess I don't want to play this game then. I mean, like I said,
yeah.
we'll talk about it
It
with the
just
next
seems
one next.
it just seems like you like it's like, oh, how can I squeeze as much money? Especially, I mean, like, I don't know, like, I mean, I joked about it, how people say Bidenomics or whatever, but it's like inflation. Like, people want to try to like stretch their dollar, and if they're like, well, if I have to buy a game for $70, and then I have to like then buy more
Extra.
stuff into it, like, am I really? Do I really have like the money to put like around $100 into a game to like get a good experience?
Well, because
Yeah, that's
okay.
freaking expensive.
We'll fuse these two. We'll fuse these two topics then, because we're gonna obviously I think we're gonna start getting into a larger discussion on live service games. Um, so we'll just go through with WB Games. They're yeah, like I said earlier, they're doubling down,
Stupid.
tripling down, quadrupling down on the live service stuff, which is
So stupid.
it's
Because like
stupid because
the press release, they're like Suicide Squad sold under expectations, but you know what? What didn't work, we're just going to try to fix it. Even though the consumer is telling us this is a dog shit business model for a game, we're going to still do it.
well, so what makes it even worse is yeah, Suicide Squad underperformed, which duh. Like yeah, no
Yeah.
shit. And water's wet. Anyone could have told you that game was going to underperform. But the best-selling game of last year was Hogwarts Legacy, a
Mm-hmm.
single-player
Their
game
WB game and a
from
WB game. Like it's
from the
not.
same yeah, exactly from the same publisher, WB Games.
Yeah.
So
It's
they
not like Call of Duty was the best selling game, and like they're like, oh, like it's not well, that was on a live service. It's like, well, the best selling game of last year was a WB produced game, which was basically just a Far Cry clone with a Hogwarts skin. And they're like, nope, we're not gonna do that. Like you could do that for like the thing is if they just made games like that, like if you just made like Hogwarts Legacy 2 and I don't know, add a bunch of stuff, and you could make DC property. I mean, that's basically. I mean, like how Batman, Arkham City, and Night and Gotham Knight. It's like I mean, they were just open worlds where you had quests. Like you don't need to make these. Oh, you got to do these quests so you can get these rare things, and you got to do these and this get this rare thing, and then our story we do this really stupid story to like fit around our live service. Like yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Everyone who's
when
played Suicide Squad, they
I
know
don't.
how like
Yeah, no.
stupid the
Well,
story is at the end.
we had that discussion like a month ago or whatever
Yeah,
about Suicide Squad
probably. Yeah.
on the on one of the on one of the episodes on one of the podcasts we talked about this, that like there was no reason to shoehorn in the live service elements. Like they could have, like, yeah, of course everyone just wants, from the creators of the Batman Arkham series, we just want a Batman game. Of course, yes, just make a Batman game, or whatever. But if you're gonna do that, they could have just been like, well, oh, we're not doing a Batman game, we're gonna do a Suicide Squad game. But you know what it is? It's just a co-op game. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, if they'd have just been like, it's a co-op game and it doesn't have the live service elements in it, I honestly
Yeah.
believe.
And like the boss battles were so bad. Like in Suicide Squad, like I don't know how much you like. I don't know if you've officially like beaten it, quote unquote, beaten it ever. But like the boss battles were so like you're like it's supposed to be like you're killing the Justice League, and it's just like it just doesn't feel like that impactful. Like I'm supposed to be killing the Justice League. Why does it feel so like anticlimactic
And I
to
think it
kill the
is. It's
Justice
just
League?
the
Even
whole,
Superman.
yeah. But it is. It is just because clearly they just made a game to
Yeah.
have
And you're
these
getting these
elements.
developers like you're getting developers like you're trying to tell Rocksteady and like I mean maybe Sony saw the writing on the wall with like having Naughty Dog try to make a live service game. Like these people don't make like they haven't made live service games in the past. Like I don't know why you're trying to shoehorn them in to making games that they're not really familiar with. Like I don't know. You don't like I get people you can pivot and do other things, but if someone's really good at doing something, don't make them like hey, you're really good at making open world Batman games. I want you to make a looter shooter game. It's like, okay. I
Well,
don't know.
I
It
mean,
just
yeah,
seems
like I
dumb.
said, with the discussion going, like I said, we're moving into a larger discussion about live service games. Thing is, they're not going away. Like I could have swore that I saw something that there's like 150 developers right now working on live service games.
Well, yeah, because if your live service game hits like Helldivers here, if it hits, like it's a fucking cash cow. But if it doesn't, you're gonna lose a shit ton of money. So it's like it's it's like going to the fucking casino, putting down all your money on red. I don't know if two is red, but if you go put it on like two red and on the roulette table it hits, like you're gonna make a ton of money. But if it doesn't, you're just out.
Yeah.
So
Well, but I
But
mean,
I think also the game has to be fun because ultimately at the end of the day, if the game isn't fun, nobody gives a shit. It can be live
no,
service.
honestly, I don't think that the game even has to be fun, because Destiny 2
What are we
is
playing games
fun.
for?
No, Destiny 2 is super fun. But when you start adding in stuff and doing different things that's like that puts a sour taste in the gamer's mouth, it doesn't matter how fun that game is. It's like, I know you guys don't like Destiny 2, but you guys can't deny that like Bungie's very good at making a shooter. They're very good at it. They know what they're doing. When it comes to shooters, they make some of the best feeling shooters. But the problem is,
yeah,
when you're
the
doing a
mechanic.
live,
Destiny 2 never. I never like played Destiny 2, and I'm not like, wow, this game handles like dog shit. Like it plays really well.
but there's the live service elements. Why are you going to charge me $20 for? They're not the only ones who do it. Like, it's a bunch of them. A bunch of them. Like I said,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how fun the game is. I think, because if you're doing shit where it's like, oh, half the stuff is going to be like for used for later, like Suicide Squad. Why is it this like, oh yeah, there's what they say, 13 brainiacs you have to kill. Meaning it's
mm-hmm.
basically, so every season you're going to kill a brainiac. So what you're telling me is that now, like, even though I beat the game, quote unquote, I didn't actually beat the game. There's more that I have to do, but you're just holding back. Or like,
Yeah,
you know, they did it with the
Well,
first
just like
Destiny, and
Destiny with raids.
yeah, like, it's when you give subpar like content, because
Yeah, and like they have the Joker content that's coming out soon, but it's just like, I mean, I'll probably try it, but like with live service games, like it's not like, oh, I'll try it, like because like they want people to come in. Like I might play it for like a week with like the new Joker stuff, but it's like it's not gonna like keep me coming back. Like Helldivers, we've played what we play like 4 to 5 times a week, like for a few hours. Like I'm not doing that with Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and see, and
But
I think
that's what.
that's what I was gonna say too. Literally, like the super credits are basically like you get 1,000 for $10. I just bought this helmet that I'm wearing on my character for like 150 super credits, meaning it costs like $1.50 basically if you like do the math or whatever.
Yeah,
They're not.
their store isn't egregious.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not only that, but like they don't. They're doing two different types of war bonds. They have the paid one and the free one.
There's a battle pass.
Yeah, the battle
Battle
pass.
pass.
But
Yeah.
look at the battle passes. They're war bonds. We'll just call them battle passes. The like, dude, if
But
you
look at the
look,
Halo shit. The Halo had the same thing too. All the cosmetics.
Mm.
Nobody gave a shit, and Halo
but
still bought shit.
it's not about that it's cosmetics. I think people wouldn't even because one thing that even though like it's something that people complain about with the Halo shit too, with Halo Infinite. Like people like that because Helldivers is doing the same thing. The war bonds are always going to stay there. They're never going to be like, hey, if you don't do it by this season, it's gone. It's you can unlock at your own pace. Halo Infinite does the same thing. The difference is that to unlock like, oh, here's like a kitty cat ears or whatever for your Spartan, give us $20. Like why am I going to give you $20 for that? Not only that, but if you want the good shit, the Halo Infinite Battle Pass, they have obviously there's free stuff you can get in it, but it's not great. If you want the good shit, you have to pay. This game here, Helldivers, yeah, they have two different versions, two different battle passes, a paid one and a non-paid one. But like if you look, like the non-paid one has really good stuff in it that you can
Yeah,
unlock. Like and
because like
there's a
I just have the non-paid one, and like it's got. I mean, like I am holding my own like close to you guys, so it's like
yeah, there's
it's
some
not
good
like they're fucking
weapons.
people over that
Yeah.
don't have the premium.
Yeah, there's some good
But same
weapons
thing
in
too.
the
The
paid one.
premium, you need like 120 medals, like to go on like the second one. Is like what quadruple the items in the regular one anyway.
Yeah. That's the other thing too. There's like 2 rows of stuff in the paid version where there's like like 8 to 10 rows or whatever.
And that's like the like if you got everything and it's like I'll try to buy it. That's just extra shit. Cause like I'm not gonna buy anything from that shit for a while. Cause I'm trying to buy all the stuff for the other one, the
But
free one.
but yeah, that like this all goes to my point. Like you know, live service games. Yeah, we're shitting on WB because they want to fucking quadruple down on live service, and we're like, why would you do that? Kind of shit or whatever. But like, it makes sense why they would want to do it. The problem is that like
They
they
don't know how to
they
properly
don't
do one.
know. They clearly, in their first attempt, maybe this, you know, we will be fucking eating crow in a year's time or whatever. By the time the next game comes out that does the live service elements, because the publisher like, oh yeah, this didn't work, but this works, so we'll do it this way. But clearly, at
Yeah, I just think
their
I
first
just
at
think
bat was a fucking their first at bat was a fucking strikeout. Like they
I
didn't.
think trying
Yeah.
to like I said, I think trying to shoehorn Rocksteady to try to do something that they're not good, like clearly they're not good at. Like clearly, and they had people leave because they had I can't remember people's names off the top of my head, but they had key people leave Rocksteady because they didn't want to
Yeah.
do a live service game.
It was
So
like
it's like you shoehorn these people to make a game that they didn't want to make. It's the same thing with Redfall that happened. You had these people that made like Dishonored, then they had key people leave that studio. I'm blanking on that studio name, but they had key people leave because they didn't want to make
arcade.
Redfall, and that's why they made it. It ended up being like dog shit. Like you can't if a developer's heart is not in it, it's the game's not going to be good. Like yeah, it like Suicide Squad, it plays nice, like, but every character feels pretty much the same. Like the life service elements suck, and it's just like not very fun.
Yeah.
Like when it all comes down to it.
I don't know. It's just
But
when it comes to, I think it's just, to me it's kind of funny because we're talking about like live service being done wrong, but there is obviously there is a way to do it correct, or not correctly, but there's a way to do it quote unquote right.
Helldivers model. Everyone needs to do it like Helldivers. Like if you don't do it like Helldivers, people are gonna make fun of you. Like that's
Honestly,
simple as
that's
that.
basically what it is. You kind of need to use you you kind of need to do it the Helldivers way, where it is like you're focused on a full game, and if you are going to
Game's
charge for
fun.
extra shit, maybe don't charge $70 like Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And don't fucking charge $10 to $20 for like a skin or a costume or whatever. Charge $5. See, that's the thing. I think I've always said this when it came to like games
You'd
that,
sell more at a cheaper price.
yeah, it's like if I played, we use Call of Duty as an example because they have that shit where it's like, oh, you could buy like skins and all this stuff, but it's like, what if I just want to, or no. Actually, it's a better example. It's a PlayStation game, Blacklight, because they do that. They sell like weapon skins and stuff, just colors for your character and for your weapons and everything. Like if it was just like, oh, I just want this blue tiger weapon skin, or this like pink clown polka dot character skin or whatever. If that's all I care about, don't charge me $20. Don't charge me $10. Charge me $5, and don't make it where it's like, okay, well, you want this, or you have to level up to do this. But if you really want to level up quickly enough, hey, give us a little bit more extra money. Because there's also that where it's just like, oh, they kind of make you
You also
like,
want the blood of my firstborn too?
because like,
A-holes.
how many, Call of Duty does it, Destiny
Yeah, like
does
how
it.
much is like Nicki Minaj's skin on fucking Call of
Yeah.
Duty?
No, but
Well,
I'm
a
talking
lot of
about
skins
like,
now, I feel like they're just straight up $20.
yeah, but like even like leveling up in the battle pass. The thing is, here's where like Helldivers gets it right. They don't just like, hey, level up and you get this next thing. Level up and you get this next thing. It's like, oh, here's the
You could
war.
pick.
You could pick what you want, but not only that, it doesn't feel like you're like progressing so
It
slow
doesn't
that
feel
you're like,
icky.
yeah, because that's the
It
thing.
just doesn't feel icky. Like you don't get like an icky feeling. Like I don't know. Like when Call of Duty and like all these other places have like battle passes, like it just feels like I already bought the game from you. Like quit trying to like
Get more money.
gouge me for everything. I know it's like different, but like I don't know. Just kind of feels like how like when you go out now and like everywhere you have to like tip. Like everywhere's like, oh, you want a tip for something? It's like I go to like the Blazers game up here in Portland. It's like you just handed me a burger that was already like
Oh
pre-made
my
and all
god!
this stuff, and you're
Don't
like
even get
want
me
a 20%
started.
tip.
Yeah, don't even get me
I know, but
started.
so it's just like you're just like so it just feels like everyone's just trying to like price gouge you, and it's just like, can we not make it feel so icky?
Well, no, but that was something I was gonna say, is that like battle passes have become like when Halo Infinite first came out. That was one of the big things that people were like, "Fuck you." 343 was the battle pass, like leveling up the battle
Mm.
pass. If it feels like
Well, yeah, because you had
leveling
to
up,
do certain things. It wasn't just like, oh, get kills. It was like you had to do certain things.
well, no, but
It just sucked.
it's the thing that I'm trying to say is that like leveling
Sorry.
up in the battle pass when it seems like, oh, when studios are like, hey, you really want to level up this battle pass, you can pay some extra money. Like, why does that need to be like the thing that you need to go to for me to level up in your battle pass that much faster? Why not just make it quick? Like, if your game is fun, I'm gonna play your game. You don't need
Wow.
to.
Mm.
They just,
Yeah, I saw that. If your game is fun, I'm gonna play your game. Don't worry about it. Because I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
It is. I think studios do get like, obviously it's greed, but I also think that especially like certain studios that that aren't obviously as big as like Call of Duty and all that stuff. I think they're trying to make sure that you stay to play their game. But doing these like practices of just trying to squeeze every fucking penny out of your customer
Yeah,
is just not the way to
because like
like.
even I know, well, like in Ubisoft games, I remember like in Assassin's Creed, like Odyssey and stuff. It's like, oh, do you want to get double XP for all the missions you do so you can level up quicker? Pay us like $15. I was like, okay, if your game's good, like I'm gonna fucking level up anyway. Just like why are you trying to charge me like
Yeah.
for XP?
And the thing is, that's a single player game. That gets into more like when you start adding live servicey stuff to single player
Mm-hmm.
games. I mean, I don't mind single player games that are going to charge you for stuff like, Resident Evil does the thing like, hey, here's all the cheat stuff, like, unlimited ammo and all that stuff. Give us $20. You get this. I don't mind stuff like that because it's stuff where like maybe you beat the game and you're like, oh, I want to play through Resident Evil 4 again. Let's unlock unlimited ammo, shit like that. But it's like, remember, like because you bought Resident Evil 2 and 3, right? And they had those for the games, but they didn't come
Yeah, they
out
were
till
like
like,
$5 though.
but they didn't come out till later too. They
Yeah,
weren't when the game first came out. Like that thing you're talking about with Assassin's Creed was literally when the game released. Like
launch day.
it's like, dude, I just bought your game and you're already.
I know.
When Assassin's Creed Valhalla came out, I got that game like I don't think I got it launch day, but I got it pretty close to launch. And like they had so much shit. I was like, hey, you want your character to look like this and like this stuff and this. And it's like, wow, you're really trying to fucking get money out of me, aren't you? Like,
It's like I bought this game for like $60 brand new. Like,
yeah,
can
uh,
we chill?
yeah, like why are you trying to charge me another 10, 20, $30 for all this
Do you
other
want to buy
shit?
premium currency? Do you want to buy premium currency in a single player game to get like skins? It's like, no,
Like, no,
not
I
really.
don't want that. Uh, I'm good. I'm good, Ubisoft. I'm good. uh, yeah, there's like I said, main point is like there's a wrong way to do it. There's a right way to do it. You know, WB shat the bed their first fucking timeout, and they had a single and like we said, they had a single player game that like showed that hey, like people, this is what people want to be playing is single player
Yeah, but
games.
the way these fucking corporate suits look at it, they're like, oh, but if there was live service elements in Harry Potter, think of how much more money we could have made if it was in Harry Potter.
That's
Eh?
the thing.
And
That's
they're
the
like,
thing.
you're right. They're like, you're right. What if we got all those people to buy like a $5 broomstick? And it's just like, yeah. It's like, no, but the
That's
reason people wanted to play this game is because it wasn't like that.
yeah, that's the thing that I
But
was gonna
they
say.
don't
Like
get that.
that's the thing I was gonna say is that like I bet you the next Harry Potter game is gonna they're gonna do that. They're gonna add a bunch
Oh,
of
for
live
sure.
service elements.
For sure. Like you're gonna try to fucking play the game. It's like, oh, did you get this one resource so that way you can upgrade your potion? And we need like 6 different of these like little resources, and it's just gonna be super annoying. And people are gonna be like, yo, why the fuck did you ruin the Harry Potter? Like the first one was great. You didn't need to like add all this dumb shit in it. Like why are these daily quests that like I don't care about? Like I don't care. Like maybe make it like you could just make it like all you had to like at the next Hogwarts, it'd be cool to play with your friends. But don't make it a live service friend game. Like just make it where you can fucking play with your friends. I don't know.
Right.
But
I
yeah.
think we're at that point where you know how like back when games just released and that was it, and then we just like started going to like, oh, now there's DLC you had to buy. Like okay, we're like okay, it's kind of weird, but whatever. It's kind of cool getting some DLC. Now we're going pivoting to like now battle passes now. Like you get all the content for free, but if you want extra goodies, buy the battle pass. Like okay, don't worry, there's a free one. Blah blah blah. Now we're going to the live service shit now.
Well,
It's like history repeats
in
itself.
between like the battle there was the fucking loot boxes where it's like Star
Oh
Wars
yeah,
is Like that, though, loot boxes were like fucking terrible.
yeah.
That was the worst of days right there. Was fucking loot boxes.
I mean, there's always gonna be like publishers are always gonna try and
It's
do
just the
stuff
next
to
thing.
get extra money. It's just remember back fucking
It's
years
fucking
ago.
it's Skyrim. It's not Skyrim, but it's Oblivion's fault. They fucking put that horse mount for
Horse
like
farm
$2.
already.
No, it
Horse
was
farm
not
already
two
They already
exists.
dollars.
started that.
It was not $2. It was like, I think it was like 20. I think it
Well,
really
people
was.
bought it and they were like, people bought it and then people were like, shit, man, we can charge these fucking stupid gamers
Well,
after the fact that we bought a
but
game.
the thing is,
Fuck
it wasn't
yeah.
just that. There was things like, remember when EA was like, we're gonna do online passes.
Oh yeah.
Like, wait, so I buy your game, and if I don't buy it, I mean that was more them trying to combat used games and stuff.
Yeah.
And I know you made a killing off those, right?
Yeah, I made a decent amount of change on those. I don't know if JJ knows about that, but yeah.
I'm reporting you. Just kidding. No,
I
I
would
kept a
just
whole bunch. Just
yeah,
kept a whole bunch of
I
that
would every time someone traded in like a Battlefield game, I would just
shit. Yoink.
check the code on my Xbox and then or PlayStation, take it home, and then I'd sell it online on eBay for like $8, something like that. And yeah,
But yeah, I
sold
don't
hundreds of those.
know. Yeah, like companies are always going to try something that's going to like make more money. Right now, the current trend is live service with battle passes and extra stuff that you could, buy to like make your character look cool or whatever. Or oh, my gun now like has like a fire effect or something. It's just
Or like the game with complete dog shit, but don't worry, they have new skins coming out. That's everybody's complaining on Call of Duty. Like the store works fine, but like servers are complete ass, laggy as shit. People, so many cheaters. But don't worry, we have the Nicki Minaj skin coming out.
Check her out her ass. It's like people are like, but can you fix the servers? Look at her butt.
You're 21 Savage, bro. Like,
like, can you guys fix the
we
servers
had
and
to
make the
Snoop Dogg for
game
the
better?
5th time.
Like, can you fix the servers and make the game better? How about we give you guys the Doom chainsaw?
Yes.
Okay, that's just dope as fuck though.
You're the problem, JJ. He's like, you know what?
Dude, it's actually
That's
fun. It's only like $5 or some shit.
oh, there we go. See,
$5 to get the double barrel shotgun, the OG shit, like the 8-bit OG shit too. You reload it and everything.
oh my god, there we go. He's part of the problem. See that?
You guys are
Hey,
like
bro, you play fucking Destiny, bro. You like that shit.
you guys are both part of you guys are both part of the problem. I rarely buy like anything cosmetic and stuff. You guys are the problem.
It's the
Yeah,
only thing that mostly like glorify that shit. It's the games that are like MMO styles, like Destiny, like World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14. Like they're gonna have a lot of that shit in there. Oh, I want the cool cosmetic shit. Like that's the reason why I want to play Destiny. See a lot of cool fucking transmogs, but I grind for the weapon. You
Like
know, it's like I'm not
I
gonna waste
feel
that
like
fucking time.
if games just do it and it's just cosmetic stuff, I really don't like even if it's like I don't know. I feel like if it's egregious and it's just cosmetic stuff, it's fine. But when it's like if it's like a game like Helldivers and it's like you make weapons really hard to get, like obviously Helldivers doesn't do this, but if you make weapons hard to get or if the weapons are really expensive, that's where I have issues with. But if you want to make like a helmet really expensive, I honestly don't give a shit because then if
yeah.
someone really wants it, then they really want it. Like
That's the thing.
as long as it's not like weapons or gameplay related, like in Helldivers we have like all these like engrams or what or stratagems. Like if those aren't hard to get and stuck behind these high paywalls, that's fine. If purely cosmetic stuff, if like you want to have like these if someone like if you're like if Helldivers even came out and they're like, hey, we've made this exclusive skin and it's $500 and there's only gonna be 1,000 like once 1,000 purchase, they're just gone. If they did something like that, I wouldn't even care because it's just them
Didn't
trying to do
wait a
some
minute? Hold on.
exclusive thing. I wouldn't even care.
What you just said, didn't like Ubisoft want to do that? Like
Maybe,
as like NFT
but if it
style, like DLC, where
yeah,
it's like
probably NFTs. Probably NFTs, but like, well, not even like that's the thing is like it's just like it's like a helmet. If someone wants to have like a solid gold helmet in Helldivers and they paid $500 for it, more power to them. They'll look like the coolest people ever. but don't hide guns behind high paywalls.
See, I think I was gonna say, I think that's why, like, I know, microtransactions is such a dirty word for gamers or whatever, but like that's why I'm inherently not against it. And if I hear the word microtransactions, like when it comes to a game, I'm not automatically like, oh, what? This game's gonna have microtransactions? I'm just,
Yeah,
I
like give me
want to
more
wait for
Especially when it's
information.
free. Especially when games are free and then microtransactions. Like, no shit, dude. They gotta make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Stumble Guys.
Some guys, dude, of course, they need money, bro. Those kids gotta get their mom's credit cards.
Yeah. um. Yeah. I
Fortnite,
just
shit, like, fuck.
Roblox.
like I said.
The
Well,
Chucky DLC, like you said.
Yeah, Chucky DLC, baby.
yeah.
Kid
Like I
game
said,
getting Chucky. Well, the thing is, my niece loves Chucky, so kind of weird.
but yeah. Like I said,
God damn it.
we're in for probably the next 2-3 years of just a bunch of live service games, whether most of
Yeah,
these
but I
games
think
survive or not.
I think it's up to us gamers to vote with our wallets and like not buy. Unfortunately, I mean, like I said, you guys are part of the problem. I am part of the problem because I bought fucking Suicide Squad just because I'm like I love Rocksteady, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to. It's kind
But
of
you like the
like
studio, though.
it's
You
kind of
know,
like yeah. I bought it because of the studio, and it's just like, but it's just so
Yeah,
I don't know. Regardless,
that is like the catch 22 of it kind of thing or whatever. Like you don't want like you don't want to support something because you're like, no, why do I don't want live service or I don't want this. But you're like, but fuck, I love Rocksteady games. Like Rocksteady games have been good
yeah.
to me. And if you don't buy it,
Like
especially in this
are they
day and
gonna like
age,
maybe the next one they make? Maybe they can go WB like, hey, you guys can like have someone else make a fucking DC live service game. We need to make a single player game, or we're just like we're not gonna make like we can't make a WB game, especially with like these licensed games. I know like this is WB and they don't have to pay for like licenses, but like when people want to make like Star Wars games, that's why I think that recent EA Star Wars game,
the
the
Mandalorian
Mandalorian
FPS
one got canceled
getting canceled.
because
Yeah.
they had to pay so much for like the licensing to like even make these games. So I don't know. It's there's a lot of things that need to be fixed, but hopefully,
Yeah, I don't know.
know,
Like I said, we'll see what happens within the next, 2-3 years, maybe. It's more likely. I mean, there's always trends in the gaming industry of like I said, EA tried to
that's one
do
thing. I
online
will give.
passes.
I know, but I will give props to Sony for fucking cutting bait on their live service games because they're realizing people don't really like them. So at least they're not wasting money. So
Yeah, but
that's
well,
they're
props to
they
Sony.
have
they're also not
Helldivers.
making games.
You know, they sell that shit.
Well, yeah. Well, Sony's Helldivers isn't a Sony game though,
Well, they're
is it?
part of
It's
it.
a
They're
it's a
part of
Sony
it.
Yeah,
published
but
game that's partnered. They're partnered with Arrowhead.
yeah, but I'm talking about like their first. I mean, because this
Oh, the
game
first
also
party.
came out on
It's a
PC
second party. Yeah.
day and yeah, so like it's not like I don't know. It's not like we're gonna get like a Ratchet and Clank live service. Thank God.
You never know.
Fuck you
I
guys,
don't know.
lasers.
We'll stay with we'll stay
Damn.
with WB games. Moving on. Not really moving on. Next subject. We'll just stay with WB games. Something else with them. They shut down Rooster Teeth last week. Rooster Teeth, makers of Red versus Blue or Ruby. I don't know if you guys ever watched the Ruby like anime show. No,
Yeah,
nothing.
it fell off after like fucking season like 2 or some
2 or 3.
shit.
Yeah, it kind of did. Um, yeah, the Rooster Teeth is gone. I think I saw that they're trying to like sell off the Red versus Blue franchise so it could keep going. But
Dude,
whether that
Ruby, I
happens or
mean, Red
not,
vs. Blue is also fucking trash, dude. Like,
it's
I
been
stopped watching that
bad
shit
for
like
a
after like
while.
season 3 until they started doing a whole bunch of CGI shit. That was whatever. I like the old fucking Blood Gulch
Yeah, like
OG
once
shit.
the characters like started like fighting like they were John Wick or some shit, I was like, I don't know about this. I like the old.
Yeah,
They're
like,
just
and then you see like the animation. Yeah, They just, they're just like standing there talking shit all the time.
And moving the head up and down like to
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, like that's made it like fun because it's like
That's
you can
what
just tell these two people made
that's
it.
where it was viral on the internet, and then it didn't do like then. Once it changed, like I watched like the early day stuff. Then once it changed, I didn't even bother at all. Like it never went like viral like the old stuff did either. So it's just like this shit's fucking lame.
And it's the same with like I don't know, it's just kind of a side thingy, but like same like College Humor is fucking horrible now. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
like everybody kind of that watched that content kind of grew the fuck up.
I just want to make a correction. I might have said WB Games is shutting down Rooster Teeth. I meant WB as a whole is shutting down Rooster Teeth. I don't want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of that stuff. There were like old school things that either fell off, aren't as good, or just completely disappeared. I mean, you guys remember like, hi, I'm a Marvel and I'm a DC. Like, a lot of that old, like early internet stuff is like not early internet stuff, but early YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
Like, starting to go away because like that isn't honestly. I don't think that's what people want to watch anymore. Is like stuff like that.
Yeah,
It didn't
that was content
evolve
back
with
then.
the
We were
time.
younger. Yeah, we were younger. We watched that shit. It was funny. But now we're like, okay, it's whatever now. I want to watch other content.
I mean, remember that there was a time where like it was like popular to get an anime and put your own voice on it and make it it was whatever abridged. Started with Yu-Gi-Oh, but then you had like the Dragon Ball Z abridged, going back to Toriyama, and that was like a popular thing for a bit. But like online internet like shows and stuff aren't as people don't. I don't think people want to watch those anymore. Now they just want to see people play video games or talk about stuff and things like that.
Red, you could do like if you went back and I don't know, maybe did Red versus Blue like old school style, and then just fucking put it on like made it like TikToks super short. That might work.
You know what?
Dude, I feel
You're
like you
not
could probably
wrong.
do it because I think they're pretty short. They're really short to do that.
Yeah, the episodes
exactly.
were
And you
short.
could just put like 20, 30-second shorts, just like these quick little things, and just have that. But
I mean, you're not wrong. I honestly believe that you might be on to something there. That if you're like, let's go back to square one with the way it was, but we'll just do it this, like a quick, maybe not 30 seconds, maybe just like, oh, here's a minute-long episode of Red versus Blue. And it's on TikTok and YouTube
If you can
Shorts.
put the whole Mean Girls fucking movie onto TikTok, you can probably put Red vs. Blue. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Yeah, but like, you want to get the you and no one has long attention spans, man. You guys got quick, short little things.
Yeah, TikTok brain, bro.
I think you have. Exactly. I think JJ. I think you hit on something there because the original like when the show had just come out when it was brand new, like episodes are what 2-3 minutes long or something, right? They weren't like long shits. Then they decided to like do all this stuff and it was like, oh yeah, like 10-15 minutes an episode and stuff, and it was just like, and
So
like
what do you
I said,
think you are, a fucking robot chicken?
Yeah, but like too, like like we had mentioned too, that it was just like they added in like all this extra animation that it was just like this isn't what people watched when they first started watching Red versus Blue. It was
not my Red versus Blue.
Yeah, it was literally it was literally just them because like you could tell the way they did it was that they had one person aiming in with the pistol.
Yeah, it's a weird little thing you could do. You could do it in the normal games.
Yeah, they just had someone aiming in with the pistol, and then just like had the character move up and down, like, oh, this is how it looks when they're talking, and that was it. Like it was low budget as fuck, but obviously it was became popular enough. Yeah,
there's other stuff that I like watching. I think I really love Rage Quit. That shit was funny.
Oh my god! Wait, was that Rooster Teeth? Was Achievement Hunter part of that?
Yeah, that was Rooster Teeth. Yeah, Achievement Hunter part of Rooster Teeth.
Oh, okay, dude, Rage Quit was oh my god.
I really like zero punctuation reviews back in the day.
I don't know.
I would just like
I don't
I
know.
like
It's just some like
versus as
fucking New
well.
Zealand or Australian guy, and he wouldn't like he literally wouldn't pause during his review.
Isn't-
I mean, like he may have
Was
actually,
it
and then
Gavin?
just I don't know.
Oh fuck!
I thought Zero
I don't
Punctuation
know,
was
That guy
Jim
was funny.
Sterling.
I don't know. I don't even remember the dude's name, but
Well, he's not.
I don't
Jim
know.
Sterling's not a dude anymore. Jim Sterling's a woman now. I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not
well,
kidding.
like I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I thought it was
I
Jim
probably
Sterling
could
that
look
was
it
that.
up.
But yeah,
But no, they would be like these animated things. They'd just be like these little yellow guys, and he would just be shitting on how all these games like suck, especially Call of Duty.
but yeah, that's the thing. Rooster Teeth getting shut down. You're probably right too about the whole like attention span because yeah, this TikTok generation is not gonna want to watch these kinds of things. But yeah,
Yeah, especially if they're just on their phones. Just you're scrolling, the algorithm pops it up, gaming, watch it, have a larf.
there you go. There you go. Creators of Red versus Blue, you want
You're
to come
welcome.
back? Become a TikTok short or YouTube short.
I'm gonna
TikTok.
timestamp this, and if you take that idea, then I'm gonna sue you for $10 billion.
I don't think they had 10 billion to even fucking do the other shit.
Yeah, but I'll settle for less. I'll settle out of court.
All right. Let me see.
I'm already giving up my strategy.
Let's just move on to the next thing. All right. We got one more quick thing, then we'll talk about the Halo show and the Xbox partner preview. Titanfall. You guys love Titanfall, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys excited for a new
Yeah.
game coming out in Titanfall universe?
Oh yeah.
What about
Sure.
if it's not Titanfall 3?
Sure.
Well, I mean, more Titanfall's not a bad thing. So
Yeah.
as long
So
as it's not like, as long as it's a first-person shooter in the Titanfall universe,
I mean,
perfect.
I don't
Let's
see you
do it.
guys really trying to play Apex Legends a bunch, but whatever.
I asked like a couple weeks ago, but
I don't.
nobody wanted to
I think you
play.
were lying. I think you were lying.
I saw the new shit. You could like do a certain amount of damage or some shit like that. You can actually upgrade your ultimate or your abilities to do other shit. Actually have a fucking skill.
Like okay.
Unfortunately, I read download of Fortnite.
Oh god. Anyways, no. So yeah, there's supposedly a new Titanfall. I don't think this has been like announced. It's just rumor, I think. Yeah, new Titanfall in development supposedly, but it's not Titanfall 3. So some new game, but it's not Titanfall 3. I'm more in the camp of like I want a new. Give me Titanfall 3. Like
Just pretend it's Titanfall 3.
just pretend it's Titanfall 3.
Yeah.
Like
It's the third one that's coming out.
Sure. Well, I mean, like, oh my god, that first Titanfall. I mean, you remember, Devin? Like, you and I played a lot of it. It was on the
Mm-hmm.
Xbox One. Like, I played a shit ton of Titanfall
I
1.
have both collector's editions.
Like, I have every
Yeah, me and
achievement in
Devin got
Titanfall 1.
the first ones.
I have every achievement in Titanfall 1. I didn't get every achievement in Titanfall 2, but I did play it, obviously. That campaign, that single player campaign was really good, though. Very unique. I think I heard that like or saw somewhere or whatever that they basically just had people create levels and then just stitched it together with a story.
Yeah, whatever works.
I mean, remember the fucking time jumping level?
Yeah, the time level is really good.
So
What the fuck? It's a tiny one.
yeah.
That's what she said.
Oh god. I don't know. That's probably yeah. Like I said, this is going to be a short topic. Titanfall. Let's move on.
An Everett topic.
An Everett topic. Fuck you. All right. Let's talk about the Halo show, and then we'll talk about the preview, partner preview. Latest 2 episodes. I'll do a quick rundown. Then we'll talk about what we thought and everything. A quick rundown of the latest 2 episodes. So in the what is it, episode 5? I think it was. Was the latest one episode 6? I'd have to look. 2 weeks ago episode. It was just the Halo the Halo show. They got out of Reach because it fell. I thought it was going to be a season-long storyline, but apparently
Spoiler
not.
alert.
Huh?
I know that was disappointing. That like Reach is
Yeah,
like
it was
a
one
one
it was
episode.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
fall of Reach
know.
is like
It's
a
kinda-
one-episode thing. So yeah, they escaped after all the bullshit that happened. You know, they basically lost. Um, then they went to, I forgot the name of the planet they escaped to, and it just basically was Chief dealing with, like, he didn't want to deal with the loss of one of his teammates or Spartan mates, whatever you fucking call them, squad mates. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. He was kind of being a dick.
Teammates.
Yeah, I know. He was kind of being a
Like you
dick.
said on an NFL team.
Yeah, I know. He was being like kind of a dick. What's her name? Quan was like, you have to grieve him, basically. Then he finally grieved him, said that he's vowed revenge. Riz apparently was like, hey, I'm staying here on this planet. I don't want to fight anymore. Which,
Just quick anecdote. Can Riz just like unfortunately like Riz I feel like just needs to die. Just with like how people say like Riz as like a slang term now.
oh
I'm
god.
like, can Riz just go away? Because every time I hear like Riz, I'm just like, oh, that person's got Riz. I'm just like, can we
Well, she
just get
pretty
rid
much
of this
is.
character?
I guess. I think she pretty much is gone
I know.
now. She's like, I'm out. See ya.
Well, I mean, like, remember I was talking about early on during the season that I'm like, I think they're gonna make her like die in a heroic death. I guess that's not the plan, or like, I don't know, maybe she comes back in the season, like, I don't know.
Well, it's just
Yeah.
pretty fucked up.
But that's just like in my head every time I hear Riz now, just because that's been coined as a new slang word. I'm
Yeah.
just
Like,
like, God
cringe,
damn it.
cringe, bro, cringe.
I was just like,
But yeah, so that happened, and then there was like the other plot was, oh, I guess there's two plots. Quan was like being seen by that. Remember in the first episode there was like that group of people that lived on the planet when they were like being like, no, we got to get you out of here, and they walked into death basically in the first episode. She was like,
Yeah, they're like the planet people.
yeah, she was like seeing that old white woman or whatever, like as a vision. There's I don't know. The Quan shit is always. I'm like, they take it in a weird
Random.
spiritual shit that I just don't care about. Then there's the plot of like Soren's looking for his son because his
Oh, it's Tremor shit, dude. Fuck.
Soren's looking for his son, or him and his wife, his scary looking fucking wife. They're looking for their son. That was basically the gist of that episode. Next episode,
yeah, it was a pretty lame episode. I mean,
yeah,
which
Yeah,
to
it's
be expected after
after
Reach.
Reach. Yeah.
yeah,
But still.
it was a
Oh well.
down
They
episode.
blew their. It's like they blew their budget. They're like, okay, guys, we got no monies left.
Oh, at the end of the episode, you see that because remember at one point they're like, "Where's Kai? Where's Kai?" She basically was like, she left Reach beforehand too, and then they showed that she has like. I was wondering if that's what it was, but I guess yes, that's what it is. There, but like they showed her like looking at a shit ton of Spartans like lined up, almost like the scene from episode 2 of uh of Star Wars with all the clone troopers. Um,
Yeah.
like so that like, oh, she's gonna be leading the next, like, not set but like next wave of Spartans or whatever. Then in the latest episode, uh yeah, just more of that. She's training them. That chick, it's a pet peeve, but they keep calling her
Perez became one.
they keep calling her Perez. I'm like, it's Perez. Like, why are they calling her Perez? Like, yeah, Perez, like, she's a Spartan, and they're like,
Unless
don't
you
know.
say it like a Hispanic way. Like
Yeah.
Perez. But
Uh,
I don't know.
Master Chief got like,
Trying too hard.
he got caught and taken over to the UNSC place. Then him and Kai had like a talking, and they're trying to paint him as like, yeah, like he betrayed.
Talking. She fucking beat the fuck out of him.
Well, yeah, and then she
Mhm.
ended up beating the shit out of him. But they try to like paint him as like he betrayed the UNSC to her, like for her to see that or whatever. But she clearly didn't see that. There's still more stuff with Soren and his scary looking wife, looking for their kid. More shit with Quan, like she kept seeing the fucking old white lady. And I
Yeah,
guess,
with Halsey.
oh, I forgot about this too. Maki and the Arbiter decided to like fuck off away from High Charity from the rest of the Covenant to look for the Halo, and there was just more of that. And it turned out, I guess, because in the Reach episode, they took Cortana, but apparently that was the plan. Because in this episode, that one, the Admiral chick, was like, "Okay, keep doing what you're doing." So I guess that was the plan. And then the Arbiter like killed they had like a priest guy that was like, "You need to stop listening to this human bitch." And so like now they're doing like he's clearly going off on his own to look for the Halo.
Well, Cortana did relay a message to fucking
Go back. Go
the
back.
UNSC.
Go back. Go back more. Stop.
Yeah, I don't know. That these two episodes were. I'm not gonna say that they were boring, but like they didn't have a
Well,
lot.
it kind of sucks too at the end where like you have all the Covenant fighting, and then it's like focused on that chick. It's like, can we see more of the fighting? Can the fighting be the focus? I don't know.
Yeah,
like
one thing I'm starting to like. I'm not gonna say that I don't like the show because I do like the show, but I'm starting to be like, okay, are we starting to focus now more on like that humans are like bad guys or something? Because they focus a lot on like that Ackerman being like oh yeah, no, we you know we took the government the chief's armor and this and that, like, you know, he's a bad guy actually. You see, he's trying to betray us. Like, I'm like, why do we need to care about that when we have the Covenant? Like, let's just go back to the Covenant doing Covenant things, and they're fighting the Covenant.
yeah.
Like you said, it's not good of a story to fight the aliens, bro.
No, it is a good of a story to fight the aliens.
And introduce the Flood too. Oh fuck it, dude.
Like, it is a good story to fight the aliens, but like when you start like taking focus away from it just to focus on this, I think it's just because too they're adding in stuff like, I mean, I don't really mind Soren looking for his kid. That's like whatever.
No, because you go, he's gonna be like they're doing that because they're gonna be like, oh, they took their kid to make him a Spartan like he did when he was little. Then I get that point.
Yeah, so I think that's why I don't mind it, because it's clearly tying into the greater story that they're trying to like tell. But what does Kwan's story have to do with anything? It didn't have anything to do with
planets.
That's what that's supposed to be?
Yeah, she can talk to planets, bro.
So I guess maybe then it's going to turn out she could talk to like the Halo ring or something? Is that what this is going to end up being? Is that, I don't know. I think that's why, like, I could see where Soren's storyline interacts with the rest of the greater like whole of the show. Last season with Kwan, I didn't see any of that. I still don't see it. So I don't know. That's why I'm like, you know, can we not have any more of her? That's why I was super excited when I thought she died at the beginning of the season. But I don't know. Like I said,
nah, she can just like a magnum fucking bullet, nothing fucking happens.
I don't know. Overall, I'd probably give the previous episode. I'd probably give both episodes maybe like a 4 or 5 out of 10. Like I said, I don't think that they were boring. I thought they were interesting in their own right, but
I like the
one last week. The one last week was boring. This week's was better. Like I said, the fight at the end was cool, but like I said, why don't we focus more on the fighting?
Yeah,
that would be cool. Or like just pan the camera instead of having us seeing like the Covenant's legs and the energy swords, like when they're not like slashing. Show us the energy swords like actually fucking cutting people's heads off and stuff, like you did 2 episodes ago where they sliced the one. Like, I don't know. It's just like are you like, is it strat for cash or is it just weird, really weird artistic choices? Like,
I think it's just a really weird artistic choice. I think it's just, the thing is, I think it's that I think the new showrunner didn't want to straight abandon what was happening in the last season. I think that's the issue. So he's still using these to try and like these things. Well, actually,
Salvage
he
it.
could have abandoned McKee because she did die in the last season, but they brought her back. So I don't know about that one actually. I just think with what happened in the last season, in the first season, they're trying to still incorporate that stuff, and they're just spinning their wheels now until clearly we get to the Halo. I think once we get to the Halo, then it's like okay, maybe they'll be off to the races at that point. But I don't know. I like I said, I'm not. I'm just. I'm not interested in like the whole. Oh, Ackerman's a bad guy, or like we got the, UNSC like we have too many stories like that where it's like, oh, really the human military organization's actually pretty bad, and this and that. Like we have an actual military
Like,
organization to fight.
yeah. Well, it's just like I mean, it's like The Walking Dead. It's like the zombies aren't the real
The
danger.
humans
It's
are.
the people.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We have too many stories like that where it's like they have
Last of Us. It's not really. It's not the zombies. The
it's
people are the
yeah,
crazy
they're the
ones.
ones, yeah.
Like we get it. We get it. We get it. When push comes to shove, there's always going to be evil people out there. We get it. Maybe just have a show where everyone just fighting zombies and the zombies are the crazy people and everyone works together.
Or they're
That would
fighting
be a
aliens.
revolutionary.
Actually, see, I think that's why have you guys ever watched or even heard of the show called Falling Skies?
Mm-hmm.
So
Seems familiar.
yeah, it was a TNT show.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, I watched it too. I love that show.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good. The later seasons were maybe not as good.
Yeah. It's like they kind of not to the extent of loss, but like they didn't really like know how they wanted to end it. It felt
Well, no,
like.
I think it's because instead of just them fighting the aliens, it then ended up becoming like, well, now they have these they call them harnesses, where it's like they put these things on humans, and then like one of the characters that was part of their group or part of the good guys, she was a human character. She was like the girlfriend of the main character's son or whatever. She became like the leader of the aliens at one point.
Yeah.
And it was just like I don't know. I get why they do that. Why they make human enemies, human, antagonists and all stuff. But when you have a show, yeah, like The Walking Dead, Falling Skies, like you don't need to make humans as antagonists. You could just like, oh, they're just fighting aliens, or they're just killing zombies and trying to survive. Like you could just do that. There's no need
Yeah.
to add in the extra stuff. And I think
Why are we third partying this?
exactly. So like, yeah, like I said, I don't hate the show. I still very much enjoy the show, but
You hate the
um,
show.
no, I just want to move. I
You
just
hate the
want to
show.
move into. I just want to start moving into
You
like.
hate it.
I just want to start moving into like. I think I will say that.
We're
So
probably gonna see for sure see the Forerunners. Like
look, I will say that maybe this season is a bit of a disappointment, but only because I thought that this season was going to be the Fall of Reach, and like we said earlier,
Not an episode.
it was an episode. The Fall of Reach was literally an episode.
they didn't even see the planet get fucking glass either. I thought we were gonna see it completely get fucking obliterated. It's just like, oh, that's it, end of episode. Okay, anyway, now we're on this other planet.
But see, this is the thing that I have issues when people like adapt stuff from like whether it's books, whether it's video games. Like, if you don't want to do like a pretty faithful adaptation of something that has source material, just make your own IP then. Make your own original idea. Like if you want something and you want to do it your way, like this was already made. You don't need to remake like if
Well,
a Halo show never came out and you make like I don't know. Like Reach is
Yeah,
a
so like,
whole it reaches a whole ass video game. It's not like a note. Like like how
but
like
the thing is,
it's mentioned.
like, it's not even about like whether you're going to do it faithfully or not. The thing is, like, fine, you're not going to do a full on adaptation like the way it was with the video game or the book or whatever it is. But what if you're going to do an adaptation of it? Like, at least use whatever the source material is as an outline to then improve on that with your own ideas. Basically, actually, a good example is Helldivers. Not the Helldivers is an adaptation or whatever. We're talking about what clearly an inspiration that they use. Starship Troopers adapting the book. If you read the book and watch the movie, they're basically two different things. Yes, there are elements from the book in the movie, but like they are their own separate things. And what the movie did was, since they were like, oh, we're not going to like adapt the book 1-to-1, they used elements and the outline of the book to make their movie, but improve upon stuff with their own ideas. Like the book is a little bit more pro-military and like makes it like, hey, yeah, you want to join the military because military and this and that, you know, is where life is and where the good stuff is. Whereas like the movie, not that they're like talking shit about militarism and that kind of stuff, but it's clearly like making fun of like being overly like, you know, yeah, patriotism and this and that, and you know, fight the bad guys and this and that, you know, the people who want to destroy our way of life. It's clearly like a satire on that whole thing. And you know, I'm assuming you guys like the movie as well. You know, the movie's got a cult following for a reason. So like, if you're going to adapt something, and I think that's the issue, is that like, first of all, it's one episode of The Fall of Reach. And you're saying like, if you're not going to adapt it the way it was and it was already there, like why even adapt it? But the thing is, they could have adapted where it's like, well, what if Master Chief, you know, I mean, he was on Reach or whatever in the book, I guess, or whatever. But it's like, what if we now see it from his point of view kind of thing or whatever? You know, so you're adapting it to in your own way, improve upon it with your own ideas that way. So yes, stretch it out. And now instead of like, you know, like the video game, you know, Halo Reach, where you're just from Noble Six's point of view or Noble Team's point of view. In the show, you're from Master Chief's point of view, and you get to see what he was dealing with, him and Silver Team. But not fucking one episode.
Yeah, that shit, like, Reach falling was kind of a big deal.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how they have like 2 or 3 more
Holy
episodes
shit, I
left.
have 130 fucking Warbot things.
They have like 2 or 3
Jesus
more
Christ.
episodes left, so we'll see what happens. But I don't know. These last 2 episodes were just.
Yeah, the newest one, I felt like with Devin, it was a little better. I kind of like the whole them training the Spartan, seeing those simulations and stuff was kind of cool. But like when Perez started naming, like it started getting easier, and see Ackerman was kind of just like trying to cut corners. But Kai's the one that's like, I've been this shit. I was with Master Chief. This isn't how it normally is. So calling him out. Well, like I said, if you guys don't like the whole human people kind of typical trope, you know, it's like it's always doing the same shit. But I think I just like more of that aspect side. I like that. It's the ending could be cool to see more of the elites fight among each other instead of just seeing them two like point blank their faces, just to see them crawl like. Gotta touch the fucking Forerunner technology.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's just move on to the next, or let's move on to this
Hopefully
last
next
thing.
episode's good.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in the next one. Let's move on to the last thing, because it's almost, we got about a half hour until 11 o'clock. I know, Devin, you have to at least try and get off or by at that time.
Yeah, that way I'm just not super tight in the morning.
Yeah. So the Xbox partner preview. We might not even take too long talking about this. I'll run through what they showed. It was last Tuesday, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the games: Unknown 9 Awakening coming summer 2024. Sleight of Hand, Didn't have a release date. If I don't say a release date, they didn't have one. They didn't show one. Sleight of hand. The Altars. I don't know. Creatures of Ava. It's coming in 2024. Roblox Griefville Cross Chucky.
Hell yeah.
Out now. The Sinking City 2 coming in 2025. Final Fantasy 14.
Oh yeah,
March 21st. The Stalker trilogy out now.
Oh yeah, I forgot that one.
Monster Jam Showdown out in 2024. Persona 3 Reload Episode Aegis September 2024. They did a weird thing too where it was like they showed that they had like an expansion pass thing, but the expansion is the last thing they're putting out. The other things are music tracks and costumes. The first Berserker Kazan, Tales of Kenzera Zao, that's coming out April 2nd of this year, or April 23rd. I don't know why I said April 2nd. April 23rd. Frostpunk 2 is July 25th of this year, and Kunitsu Gami Path of the Goddess 2024. Those are the games. What is that? 14 games.
Yeah, something like that.
I am, I don't know, interested in the first Berserker, the Stalker trilogy, and I think that
Stalker, I
was
hardly know her.
I think that was about it. Oh, I guess maybe the Roblox thing because of Chucky, but
Well, you better play. It's only a limited time.
oh,
event.
then I don't even care enough then.
I'm
Fake
looking forward
Chucky
to
fan.
Yeah, true that.
Oh my god, whatever.
So my girlfriend's a big Chucky fan too.
So yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I know it was just obviously just for smaller games, mostly smaller games, some big games, and obviously there's some third-party stuff. And they didn't like, when they announced this, they didn't like have like a big fanfare of like, look at, we have a new thing, a new direct coming out, and this and that. They're just like, hey, here's the partner preview direct. Like, let's talk about some games, guys. Still, like maybe if I were to rate it like a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, because I again, I've already forgotten what was the game, the Metroidvania game. Which one was that one
I have to
again?
look at the list. Tales of Kenzera Zao.
Yeah, it's such a weird name. Like I just got like Metroidvania games, so I'm like, oh yeah, I'll play that.
Yeah, I don't know. JJ, you watched.
Depending on the price and if it's on Game Pass.
JJ, you watched it, right? The partner preview.
Just a little bit. Only thing I watched it when it just showed off Final Fantasy 14.
So I'm assuming that's basically your most anticipated.
Yeah, because I played.
Oh yeah, because you do
I've been
play
kind
it.
of waiting for it to come on an Xbox for a while. So.
Is it?
Are
you gonna be able to? Are you gonna be able to transfer your account?
Yeah, I just gotta buy the Xbox version. I can play it on Xbox.
So okay, that's all. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I'm like, you don't have to like start over.
Purchase just like the licensing. No, I just couldn't play the demo. I mean the beta for it. It's because if you did, it would have linked my Xbox account to like a demo account, and I had to like completely fuck myself.
Oh, that would have made it where you had to start all over.
Yeah, I would have started over if I did it that way.
Oh shit!
Like the. Oh shit! I good. Yeah, they even like I think the Facebook page or some shit like that. Do not download it if you have a account already. Because in the beginning you could have done it. It was easy for them to do it, but again, they have a lot more players now than it did 10 years ago, so it's a little harder to deal with a lot of people requesting.
That game is 10 years old?
It's older, but yeah.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Because 14 came out like in the PS3 day, like in 2013. They did their 10-year anniversary. But before that, it was out for like a few years, but it was so dog shit they had to delete the game and start over.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They literally like
It was really cool shit. It
re-released
was really cool how they destroyed it. They had the god, the primal god Bahamut, rain down and destroy every fucking thing in the world.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I like when
They
games
did
do
that.
that kind of stuff where they like have like an event like thing happening, like going back to Destiny 2. Like they had fuck, I'm forgetting what the ship was called. But the main villain of like the vanilla Destiny 2 story, they destroyed his ship, the Almighty. The Almighty. They destroyed his ship and you saw it like in the sky come like crashing down onto the planet and shit. It was kind of cool. Like if you were in the tower, you'd watch that shit. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool seeing that shit. Like that's how it ended, and then like Yoshida's the one that made the new one. Pretty much fired everybody on the old team, and made the new one.
Oh god.
And told people to play World of Warcraft, try to look at those games, see how they're doing. Because they're doing it. So
Yeah, they're doing something.
really good. Again, it's good for people that like the anime style, like stuff coming out, like Genshin Impact came out. You know, it's super, I guess, niche.
But don't you have to pay $15 a month?
$15 a month, yeah. You make as many characters you want on any server you want.
I think
they have like a
that's
cheaper version. You can only make like 3 characters.
that's the thing.
But it's only $15 a month. You don't need PlayStation Plus to play. The only thing downside for Xbox is you do need Xbox Live and membership for Final Fantasy 14 to be able to play Final Fantasy 14. You need 2 memberships to play.
I think that's even if like it didn't require Xbox Live,
Game Pass doesn't matter.
I think the thing is, even if it didn't require Xbox Live, $15 a month. That's why I don't play World of Warcraft. You don't need anything to play World of Warcraft. You just need the $15 a month. But I don't want to pay $15 a month. I just want to play the game. No, because I don't want to play the game for $15 a month. Like, just charge me for the expansion.
The thing is, like, what's crazy that games can straight up. I think Final Fantasy 14 has it where you can play every fucking expansion, all the dungeons and quests and shit, solo. You don't need anybody to help you anymore.
Jesus.
So a lot of people just like playing the game for the story. Don't want to feel rushed with people because a lot of people get like a year. You do dungeons and new players are playing and they're kind of like, oh, what's going on in some dungeon? You don't give a fuck. You want all the walls and shit. You don't give a fuck. Like, we've been in the dungeon 20 minutes. Let's go, pussy. So like, but it turns off some people. It's cool because when I guess when I'm walking home, I would run dungeons during the new expansion, and I would just do solo level where I can kind of take my own time, do dungeons instead of being rushed with other players. And like, oh, I'm busy real quick. Let me just do some emails real quick. Boom, 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 boom. I'm done. Get back into the game again. It's not that bad. And it's very friendly. A lot of like Final Fantasy games do like the single player game stuff. It's a little different than World of Warcraft, and again, I always have fucking players. You have to do that. But again, like Destiny with raids. If you want to make raids, you gotta at least have like your fucking like 6 players.
Yeah, you can solo those. I've seen people do it.
I mean, people solo them, but
It's grass, but yeah.
I'm like, you're never gonna see normal people who
Like,
actually touched breasts before.
Eric's not gonna fucking solo that shit.
I'm never soloing a dungeon. Hell, I can't even solo a fucking
do
a dungeon.
You can't
Raid.
even solo anything, man. I don't know, any game. Like fucking Hello Kitty kart racers, you couldn't even solo.
Anyway, besides that game, is there anything that you were interested in, JJ, from the
Not really.
Yeah.
Nah. Maybe that Tails game, but again, it's just
Like if it's on Game Pass, like I'm probably not gonna buy it. Like I'm not gonna be a launch day buyer of that game, unless it's like pretty fucking cheap. But I mean, I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it was kind of a boring like showing, and yeah, I wasn't too.
Obviously, they didn't put much effort into it. They just like compile a bunch of shit for people. Which is like,
to
yeah,
remind people like shit's coming out.
Yeah, that's
which is
basically
good. I mean, maybe some of that stuff will be on Game Pass, and it'll be.
Yeah, a couple things are
knows?
going to be on Game Pass. I saw the Game Pass logo. Like Persona 3, I think is, or well, I don't know if the.
Yeah, and the expansions too.
So
That's just all
Which
those
is
games are
cool
going
if
on
you're
Game
a
Pass.
Persona fan.
Yeah, a lot of good JRPGs, coming in. Because I think that was the lacking on Xbox, because they never really had a lot of JRPGs.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I think when we worked at GameStop, people were like, "Oh, I want to play a JRPG." It's like, oh, well, you really want to get Sony then if you really want to play those type of games.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like there's like I said, like Blue Dragon a while back, Lost Odyssey and shit.
Yeah, we
Like
talked about Blue
Yeah.
Dragon. That was
that's a few.
Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey, and Tales of something.
Symphonia,
Oh yeah,
I think it was.
Symphonia. Yeah, it was
I think
back
it was
early
Symphonia.
It was early 360.
Because you were like in Mozart's brain or something, or dream or something like that at the end. So
It was an early 360 game, or not early three. It was in the 360 days. Yeah,
yeah.
back when they were still not when back during that like we're trying to get Japanese games. Obviously, it didn't work out because then like the rest of the Tales games weren't coming out like because that one was exclusive to Xbox, right? That one, whatever it
Yeah, I
was.
yeah.
think
I think
so.
that one was exclusive. I remember what was it? But Josh would talk about it. Yeah, only.
So yeah, so yeah, that was a partner preview. As you could tell, I don't think any of us were really too excited about it. So
Nah, it'll get better soon. Like they'll have an actual better Xbox showcase soon.
oh yeah, and like at some
I
point
think the
we're
next
gonna
one
get
will probably be June.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that'll be the next
that
one.
I'm pretty sure it would be the next one. That one too, I kind of want us to live stream it together, like our live stream our reactions and shit, like every other fucking schmuck on the internet.
We could try. It'll probably be fucking when we're working.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
it's a Sunday. They usually have them on Sundays. So, I mean, we could,
Sunday.
if you guys don't mind fucking getting up early to watch it, then, oh shit, that was kind of funny. Oh my god. And with Devin's death right now, I think that's gonna be the last. That's it for the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Just the way I want life in real life to end. Devin's death soon. Anyways, all right. So that was what podcast number 8, episode 8 for Gaming Chamber. Hopefully some more shit happens that we could talk about next week. I kind of don't like missing weeks, but sometimes we have down weeks. So we'll be back next week if if there's enough
If the
news.
content is right.
If the content is right, yeah. So we'll see what happens. But I've been 2Beast to Kill You, aka Everett. These guys have been Devin and JJ. Go ahead and say laters, peoples.
Laters, people.
Later taters.
Wow. I
Hell yeah.
don't even know what to say to that one. But yeah. As usual,
You're not white, you wouldn't get it.
Oh my god. Like, subscribe, share.
Corny white people saying.
Keep listening to the podcast. Keep watching the YouTube channel. And we'll catch you guys later.